This is my trauma. It was like that. Is like I used to eat this popcorn called Butter Lovers. But when I was done, this is like confessions, okay? I'm ashamed. When I was done with the popcorn, I would rip the bag open. And I would, yes.
No.
Yes. I would, I would lick the butter off of the bag.
I've got no.
And this is so gross, but you know what? This is how you know I'm real. There's a side of the bag that tastes better than all the other sides.
No.
What?
Not the side of the bag that. Which side was it? Which
It was
side
like the front. It was like the front side. That's how you know I'm legit.
This is actual.
I remember just that crusted butter taste.
No.
And I would just be like,
Oblivion tears.
ugh. And then this comp here, I mean, I could say Fiora could get out of control, but even Fiora, I just love Red's comps. Really tough to deal with in solo queue environment. Really tough to deal with in, I mean, this is a solo queue environment in this situation. Everybody's roughly the same rank. This is pretty much solo queue. Red team definitely has an advantageous comp. Blue's gonna have a really tough time pushing out unless Fiora is really confident. If Fiora's confident, I can see it working sometimes. But it just depends on whether or not she is aggressive and is willing to kind of limit test a bit.
And, you know, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the coach here, but Red side has pretty reliable engage and decent poke as well.
Yeah, yeah, they're very much what I call a, they're called, like I would call this a death ball comp. Right? They just kind of walk at you and you just kind of lose.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the best thing you can play in lower elos. Death balls. Jin's going through it in the bot lane. Meanwhile, in mid, the Morgana versus the Mordekaiser matchup. Tough matchup for Morgana, actually. You know, Mordekaiser mid is not something that's seen very often, but versus this composition, I could see it working. The key, the reason that it's going to work often is because if you notice, Morgana and Nunu lack a lot of sustained damage. This is going to be a reoccurring problem versus a death ball comp. The only person that's going to be able to deal with these tanks or these bruiser champions later in the game is probably going to be Varus and Fiora. Morgana's not going to be able to do it. You can see right here, she's already out of mana. Mordekaiser's just hard shoving. When Nunu shows up, Mordekaiser could even turn into it. He doesn't even have to be that afraid. Now you see... Oh, Jin's getting low again. Finally, the first blood comes down. And Amumu and Nunu battling for scuttle control. Amumu gets caught. It's unlucky. Gets picked off. So let's go through that. Let's see what happened to our heroes here. So first things first, the Jin... just getting poked down a little too much. Oh, I love the replay viewer. So buggy. Just getting poked down quite a bit in this lane. Not a ton of sustain behind. Keeps getting hit by bubbles. And finally gets taken out. And then Nunu. First the Amumu here. Unfortunately, fighting Nunu for scuttles normally doesn't end well. I would assume that this was more of a jungle clear fail than anything over here. So let's see what happened to our buddy Amumu. Taking a really long time getting through his clear. Let's watch the open. Started Q first. That'll do you in. That will do you in. Takes him a very long time. Goes down to the scuttle, which was already gone. Tries to collect the bottom crab. And then there it is. One of Nunu's biggest strengths, guys, is that he wins crab fights.
Why does he win crab fights?
Good question. Because he eats them and smites them at the same time, which means it can be near impossible for you to do anything about it. 600 or 340 true damage. Add to the smite. If he combos the Q with the smite, then yeah, as a jungler, you just kind of lose your crap. This is like one of the only, or I shouldn't say only. This is like one of the scariest parts of Nunu when you're jungling against him, in my opinion. Like bumping into him. If you bump into him on crab fight and he's basically contesting you and he's just like kind of watching you, you know you're gonna lose the crab. Like you might as well just walk away. You're never gonna get it from him.
That's why it's so scary at like objective taking as well, because like a max rank his eat munch whatever is higher than a smite damage.
Oh.
Yeah, he's it was very weird. Like anytime I face him, if I know he's on that side, I immediately try to get away from that side because I know if he's there, I'm just going to get embarrassed and he's going to take scuttle and run away. And then he's going to get the other scuttle because of it. I like this call for a dragon here. I missed the death earlier. What did I miss? Oh, the trade up top. Let's take a peek at that real fast. Ooh, the dive comes down. Fiora does land the dive. And how do we feel about this one, Jake?
That is really, really sad for the Garen. Oh my days, that wave is so massive, but it's such an XP loss. And Fiora doesn't even need to burn TP to get back to lane, so she can come back up to the lane with her buy and then save her TP for a more impactful play later on.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in for sure. Red team does get the dragon. I do actually like the dive. Yeah, I like it. Some people would see dives like that and be like, oh, they traded. That's a very, very bad trade for Garen. I mean, I might as well. I would have rather just like died in the middle of the lane and not lose that many minions. It's just a tough spot. Ooh. Oh, did you guys just see what happened in mid?
Yeah, that was pretty nice, right? From what I'm seeing, did Mordekaiser try an R and then they spell shielded it?
Yeah. I wonder if she did it on purpose. She did not. Or maybe she did. Maybe, I don't know. But the point is that as Mordekaiser, you got to be very, very careful versus Morgana. So here's a little fun thing you guys can learn. I want you to watch this for a second. Here's how you beat Mordekaiser, or at least how you can view Mordekaiser differently. Right here, watch his arm. Right. Oh, I didn't even show it. Hold on. He basically points his mace at you. I always call it the fuck you mace. Right? Let's slow it down.
He does do it
right there. Here. It's the fuck you mace. Fuck you. Right? That's what he's doing. If he says fuck you while pointing his mace at you, then you go into the death realm. If you see the mace and you spell shield anybody that he's pointing it at, if you time it, you block it like this. And then he just stands there looking stupid. And that's literally what happened there. He just wound up looking dumb. And the worst part is that's 120 or 140 second cooldown. Mord's ult is one of the strongest abilities in the game. So putting that on cooldown is a big deal. And then here is this is like a perfect summary of Mordekaiser. He doesn't get value out of his ult. He stays pushed up without it. So when the gank comes, he can't ult anybody out of it and turn it into a 1v1. Ooh, Garen's getting a little out of line. Fighting Fiora in her ult as it's running. It's not gonna end well. Or is it? Mumu shows up. Mumu!
Oh my god, delete it.
This is a sad day. So let's look at how Garen could have played that better, guys. So check it out. So he gets into this nice little trade with Fiora, and he's kicking ass, taking names. right here when she ults, he ghosts, and I'm rooting for him here because he ghosts, and I'm like, oh, this means he knows this is a dangerous situation. What Garen should be doing, guys, is literally just pulling off of the play. So, hold on a second. Should be just pulling off of the play and just waiting out the remainder of the ult. That's all he has to do. Just wait. But see, he lets Fiora heal there, heal there, heal there, and now she gets full healing this whole time, which means that the Garen ult gets very low value. And Amumu shows up, dies as well. So now Garen is kind of just standing there, not really sure what to do. And it's just a really tough situation. But if Garen just gets away after the ult goes off from the Fiora, then he can kind of wait out the ult duration. They can turn it back on him and actually play out the fight. We could all learn to be more like Garen, you know?
In what way?
He never falters.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Falter.
He never
He shall
falters.
not falter.
He's yelling it. I mean, he's literally telling you he never falters. Like, think about it. That story I told you about, the popcorn, I faltered, you know? But he didn't. That's the difference.
Garen doesn't lick the inside of popcorn bags.
No. No.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. He never has. Why would he? He's made it very clear. Yeah, he made it very clear that he is all about Demacia and he's not going to falter. I love how these two are actually battling, though. At least they're learning something in this game. They're scrapping, you know? Both of them wasted their ults, but it's the fact that they're trying that I like.
Can we check items a second?
Yeah, absolutely. Mord took somebody to the fuck you space. Who was it? He took Nunu in there and Nunu just blew his ass up.
Oh.
Yeah. And now Nami's now Lux is getting taken down by the Nami bubble. And yeah, that's gonna be Drake.
Spicy Nami bubble.
And it's pretty crazy. I mean, it seems like we're just predicting wrong today, Jake.
I know, man. What are we doing? We're doing something wrong.
If I saw this as solo queue, I mean, I would pick 9 times out of 10 it goes red.
It's really because Blue Team have got into a private Discord call and they're coordinating plays. You see that there was 4 of them down bot there. No way they'd do that in solo queue, man.
Yeah, true.
Reason why I wanted to check the items was because Varus has gone Hail of Blades and he's picked up the Berserker Screws, but he's picked up a Serrated Dirk, and like obviously that's still like a good buy for the damage, but what's it going to build into if he's not going to be building like an attack speed mythic or crit mythic?
Yeah. I'm really curious to see how this dive goes. I mean, he's thinking about
Q
it.
and R, right? Or just R, just straight up R.
Oh, the parry! Oh, no! So, guys, you can learn from this. There's a way he could have gotten away with this without killing himself here. So all he had to do, fake the auto and don't actually auto, guys. Stop command. Stop command is your friend, guys. That would have been the move right there. So he just autos, press the stop command, and then the auto doesn't go through and he doesn't tank tower at the same time. It would have been clean, son.
Could he have also just waited for his ultimate to come up within 2 seconds and then press R?
True, but she could parry it.
Yeah. True.
That's where it gets... He needs to bait the parry.
Sure.
So, like, it's fine to think that way, but he does have to bait the parry.
Right.
At some point, because if he just cold opens with like QR, he could fuck that up even. Another thing that good Garens do to me when I play Fiora is they will basically hold their spin on you to try to juke you, and then at the very end they QR. right? Because it's a little tougher to read, because the Garen can choose to let go of his spin sooner. Ooh, Mordekaiser's mad. Got Morgana in the realm. Oh, it's going to be so tragic. She goes down. Here we go. Now we got a game on our hand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm all about it. Bot lane still. It's definitely Nami or Nami and Varus favored. They're still killing it down there. Poor Jin's 2v1 here. He might get dove. Oh, Jin. Oh, God. Walking up into 2 with the wave like that, stepping over the line of scrimmage. I don't know, buddy. I think you're a little too confident.
He was ambitious.
He's not only is he walking up, he's walking up while reloading. Swag. But that's, you know, that's not what this game's about, unfortunately. Now, both Amumu and Mordekaiser jumping into a fight, both of them missing their ults, both of them about to take a vacation. Oof. Oof. One of the missions we're releasing, guys, is called Stacking the Deck. And that's what we're thinking about when we're doing this. Do we have our ultimate up? When we're about to make this play, do I have everything that I need? Right? It's like going camping. Right? You don't want to get out to the campsite and realize that you didn't put on any pants.
It's very important.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Right? Imagine you get all the way to the campsite. You have everything, right? You have your, you know, you have your food, you got your water, you got your sunscreen, your bug spray. And then you get there and you're like, oh no, I don't have any pants. And that's basically what they just did, is they showed up to the campsite without any pants. Because both Mordekaiser and Amumu, you can't really fight without your pants, aka your ult. Some champions fight really well without their pants. You know who those champions are? Take some guesses. Oh god. Kha'Zix fights okay without his pants. Not great.
Udyr.
Udyr. Someone said Udyr?
Yep.
Yeah. Jace. Nidalee.
Club.
Yep. There's lots of champions that can manage you know, a no ult fight. Wait, did you say Vlad?
No, Kled.
Oh,
The
Kled.
golden guy.
Okay, I thought you said Vlad. I was like, wait. My brain stopped for a second. I was like, I hope you didn't say Vlad. Because that guy needs a fucking ult to do anything. Yeah, any other transform champs love playing without their ults. Yes, Tristan is another one. Ezreal's another one. And if you don't have your ult, the champion like Mordekaiser or Amumu, you're gonna be really, really sad when you fight. And that's basically what happened to them. If you ran that fight back down in Rift, guys, they jumped over the wall. If they both had their ults there, they would have won. I promise. They would have won that fight. That's all it takes. Sometimes League is just about making sure that you don't take the risk without waiting the extra like 10, 15, 20 seconds. The top lane is getting a little out of control. Meanwhile, in mid, Mordekaiser goes down, no ult up. Mumu's jumping back in, has a chance, gets one. And I think that's all he's going to be getting. Oh, does he live here? Wow. And Fiora finally does get the dive off. Fiora going crazy behind towers. And poor Garen's figuring out the hard way that Fiora is the queen of lane for a reason. But Fiora's win rate did drop quite a bit after the nerf to Gore Drinker. So it obviously did matter.
I mean, it was funny seeing when they nerfed Conqueror and Gore Drinker in one patch, and then they saw all of the champs that take Grasp as their main keystone like shoot up, right? Like I think Camille got to like a 54% win rate at one point, right? with the Divine Thunder and Grasp, and everybody saw that coming. So,
funnily enough, it seems to be that Stridebreaker players, Fiora players that were using Stridebreaker got the most value. And Nami, this is a fish trying to run, and yeah, the fish, she does get out, and that's gonna be all she wrote for the Mordekaiser. And the thing about the Mordekaiser is if he gets the ult off and he doesn't get the kill, it's sad times for Mordekaiser. We had our ADC Mordekaiser. Was that Cat Vibe?
Yeah.
Cat Vibe in the Mordekaiser with the Proto Belt or the Rocket Belt is really good. Rocket Belt on Mordekaiser makes it so it's like Rocket Belt Rylai's. Makes it really tough to get away once he ults.
I love that that's getting spoken about again.
I'm really rooting for Red. Like, I want to see Red come back. I don't want both of these games to be stomps. I want to hype Lobby game. I want to hype Lobby game. Come on, Amumu, come steal this shit. Come on, Amumu. Just start cheering him on, like, really aggressively. Come on! Get the fuck in there!
You can do it.
Oh, he knows it's there. He knows it's happening.
Ah! Jesus!
Yeah, you're not gonna beat the Smite Munch.
Damn it, Amumu! They really do have, like, if they could just win one fight. They just need one fight, and then you'll see it, I promise. You'll see the comp.
Fiora 3 levels up on the Garen, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. Good root, double root! Oh! Oh, Mordekaiser! Yes!
Yes!
Go, Mordekaiser, go!
He's gaming, dude.
Go, you fat piece of shit! Get her! Get her! Where's this team?
Report them, man.
Yeah. The hell?
I mean, I'm just impressed he like went into all those people and still made it out. But I guess it's just more things. Oh, is he gonna die to the minions? Almost.
Uh-oh, Mordekaiser, you're in the wrong neighborhood. Ult somebody, Mordekaiser.
Oh.
Oh, he's beating up the Nunu. It's not going great, but, you know, it's probably going better than it has any right to be.
Ooh, these Nami bubbles are spicy.
I think going forward, Nice, we've got to look at the team and think that's going to win, and then we just pick the complete opposite.
Yeah, apparently, because... Oh, here we go. Aw.
I just think it's commentator's curse.
Yeah, that might be it. That's a common thing, right?
Yeah.
Garen's running home at Mach 10 with the ghost. Come on, red team. One time, baby. One time.
Air horns. Bim, bim, bim.
Bim, bim, bim. Here comes. Ready? Come on, red team. Amumu Q. Oh, shit.
Okay.
I mean, if you are red here, the key really is to just death ball it up, try to get one fight to go your way. You'll rake in a bunch of gold, and then the game instantly gets harder for blue team. It instantly, like, it just immediately gets more difficult.
That was a nice parry.
Mordekaiser's gonna try this 1v1, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna end well for him. I felt his pain on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 4 levels down. Gotta get her under tower. That's your best bet. Here comes the Amumu. Oh god, it's the Fiora show. Parry hits. Garen's ulting with full HP. Oh no.
No.
No. No, Amumu's still going in. Ult comes out. If Garen still has ult right now, this would be perfect. No, Garen! They could have had it.
They get top side.
He could have. He could have got the shutdown.
Yeah,
Just needs to
100%.
hold the ult for a second. Let the fight breathe. Stack up your E. Get the Fiora about a third of her health left. What the hell is Nunu rolling? Is that trash? From that skin?
It's paper. It's origami. That's what it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's paper. Is it paper craft? Nunu and Willip? I think that's what it is.
Popcorn bags.
Popcorn.
Be the best response ever.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, inside it's filled with chewing gum and ice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it all together.
Yeah, let's see that again. I want to see that. Nunu, hurry up and buy. What is this shit? Holy shit. This guy's looking at the whoa! He's still looking at the wiki. Roll your
Maybe
snowball.
he had to wait a couple golds, you know?
Why would he roll a snowball? Come on, Nunu.
GG.
Roll your snowball, Nunu. Or you're banned.
Uh-oh.
Wow. This is one of those spots where if I was in the coaching, I would be yelling like, why haven't you rolled by now?
Sorry,
I get
Fiora literally just went back and bought Blade of the Ruin King and Gore Drinker. It must have been sound so much cold.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Here we go.
That was fun.
And that is looking like a rough one. So let's talk about takeaways here. Top side. Garen, where's my Garen at?
I'm here.
So obviously this is spoilers a bit, but we kind of know where this game's going. How long you been playing?
About 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Awesome. Welcome. I'm glad to get new players in this thing. Good. So let's talk about Garen real quick and how we can improve a little bit. So when you're facing Fiora, basically any I call them like the skill champs, the Fioras, the Aurelias, the Rivens. The way it works is by essentially just kind of keeping them in check and not doing an extended fight. If you do an extended fight with them, you'll get in a lot of trouble. Okay. So there's a point in the game where, I mean, he dove you, which that just means you got poked down too much. So let's see how that happened real quick. So you reset and then you came back to lane. You can watch the stream or you can watch the screen on Discord, right? I am sharing it on Discord, right?
Yeah. And if Nisa's Discord stream is full, I have streamed too.
Yeah. People will daisy chain it, guys. Hopefully soon, eventually Discord will give us cool tools that we can use to improve this stuff. But anyways, for now, we have to daisy chain it. This, my friend, see the wave here?
Yeah.
See how big, see how it's close to her tower? It's bigger than your wave. This means you're not going to be, and she's a higher level than you. This means you're on defense. So what happens here is you're about to take a shitload of damage on defense, which opens you up to a dive. When you're on defense, the most important thing, you just pushed and back. That was your time to bully if you wanted to bully. Now that you're on defense, you need to steal, farm, and run away. So watch. So you keep walking up and not trying to steal farm safely, and that's what gets you in trouble. See?
Gotcha.
You can give a couple minions away here or there. The thing about Fiora is her vitals really fucking hurt, so I would rather you give away a few minions, because as long as you get to like tabbies and just like don't die too much, or you could go an early bramble and then build normal from there also. That's a good option. But as long as you just don't die and chill, you'll be fine in this lane. But see, when you get this low on defense, that's when she's going to do this. And if she's able to get you low while you're on defense like this, even if she trades, it's like super valuable for her. Because you just lose all this. Yeah. So it's really important that you recognize what's happening. So the way that I frame it, guys, is when you're new, and by the way, you're probably wondering, well, like, isn't this like super exploitable and obvious if I'm like playing super passive when the wave's pushing to me and super aggressive when I'm pushing? It's like, yeah, it absolutely is. But you don't have to do anything fancy when you're lower elo. You just have to do the bare, like this stuff. So what I would say then is just when you see the waves like this and is moving towards you, your brain needs to interpret that as defense, okay? Like if you're here and the wave is pushing out like this, you need to interpret that as offense. So you can take you know, you can be a little bit more aggressive when you're moving this way, because if you die, it's not the end of the world either. You understand?
Yeah.
When you are like when you're being pushed in, if you die, this is the end of the world. And then you had a chance actually later. I saw it. You had a chance to fight back at one point here, and your mistake. It's so funny. Can you tell me what you were thinking here? I actually am really happy that you tried this because we can learn from this.
Honestly, I was just tired of getting bullied out of lane.
So you were trying to dive?
Yep.
So let me show you a cool trick. You've seen my videos before. Have you ever heard me talk about a stop command?
Yes.
So what you can do, basically, is you could start your auto attack and just press your stop command, and that will bait her parry. And then you could have did this play. You could have basically QE'd and killed her.
Gotcha, I see. Okay.
So the other thing is, I wouldn't even have autoed her. I would have just like faked the auto, and then if she hits the parry, just Q away. And then wait for your ult and then dive her on the next one. But the point that I'm trying to make is that like Fiora, this ability, the parry, you can bait it. Like all parry is a mind game thing. You will get beat if you try to fight her when she has this up, but it's really easy to bait. When they get low, they want to parry by default because they're just scared that they die if they don't.
That's what I was baiting on.
Yeah, he's waiting. He's basically waiting for you to Q, and then he's just going to parry you, and he knows he wins at that point. So if you fake an auto, like if it were me in that spot, I would just fake an auto and then Q and move to the side. And then if she doesn't hit me with the parry, then I go in, and then you could probably get the kill. But here, I don't think you can because of bone plating, but with your ult, if you just wait like for the next wave, you could shove the next wave and kill her. Like she really can't. As long as you bait the parry out, she really can't stop you. It's just, if you auto her and she parries, not only does she remove your damage, but the turret targets you too. So you've got to make sure that if you're gonna auto her, you better make sure it's right, is what I'm trying to say.
Just a quick one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cancel queues.
What's that?
I've never even tried, but can you cancel
You can't cancel queue. So that's why you should open with the auto, because think about it. When I teach everybody to play, I always tell them to use auto attack resets, right? So if you auto, most players are going to assume the queue's coming.
Yeah. I do it with like sending a move command because
you can't cancel. Yeah, you can't cancel the queue once you start it. I tried.
Alright, okay.
But since you're autoing, if you stop it, they go, oh shit, he's going to queue me. That's what they think that means.
Yeah, no, I get that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a good question actually. So, yeah, that's how I would do this, is just, you know, you got beat up. Fiora's a really tough matchup when you're learning, but once you understand that you basically just have to play better defense and then mind game a little bit with your Q to work around her parry, it'll go a lot better for you.